old heart impacts past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask, grab reactions. Jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused. Call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirishok here, and now, let us begin. Whenever we last left off, Izuku, Midoriya, and Momo, they've landed on a strange planet, quickly discovering that Ki does not work here. Along with that, they were able to gain an audience with the king, meeting and beginning to talk matters with him. Midoriya, he didn't hold back any information. He straight up told the king that he was supposed to destroy this planet. However, he will not be doing so, because the fact is that it is inhabited with life, and that if he were to destroy them, it would not be correct, nor would it be good to him. Now, with that being said, he also did meet the king's daughter, Mina, and the king's younger son, Mina's older brother. Now, with all that out of the way, we do have the next morning. Mina is still a bit more cautious to put faith in this god of destruction, because he is still unknown. But with the fact that he's mysterious, the fact that everything that's been around him has been mysterious, and that she saw something called moonlights, it's a good difference from the norm. It has just been boring day in and day out on the planet. She's been tired and exhausted of what she considers to be normal. Learning magic, going through spells, and all this other stuff. Now, with that, Midoriya and the king are currently talking in the throne room, and Mina does actually make her presence known. Her bursting in during the talk, you could say. Now, the king immediately looks in her direction, as she comes barging in and immediately insists on joining the god of destruction in his travels. Midoriya actually somewhat confused, along with Vados a little bit more surprised. As the king, well, he loudly objects to this offer, saying that she will not go with him. But father, listen to me. There are good reasons for this. And exactly what will your reasons be, you insolent girl? Listen to me. You are the princess. You cannot go out willy-nilly and just travel. You have responsibilities here, and that is how it is. Her going against her father by saying what responsibilities? Once her brother, or once he's dead or gone, her brother will take over the throne, and she will quite simply not have anything to do with royalty. Her spouting off at her father, that is just the way it is. That is how he was with his younger brother, and how grandfather was. Now, with that, the king does go to loudly yell at her. Now, as soon as he does get to his feet, Vados does actually talk to the king, saying that if she does come with them, it would actually help out his planet more than he thinks. What are you talking about? What are you saying? Well, think about it like this. Your planet has been isolated here, has it not? Yes. That is true, but we cannot just... And there is the fact that you and your people do not know what is going on outside this world. Yes, but. And then there is your daughter. She is quite the adventurous spirit. In fact, I believe that if she did not barge in right now, she would have caught us when we were leaving. So, I also do suggest that you let her come with us. I can continue on and begin training for her. Train her? What do you mean? Well, your species has been considered extinct, has it not? Well, that is technically correct, but we are not. Yes. So as soon as it is found out that the alien princess, or whatever species you would like to call her, is found to be alive, that would raise quite a lot of concerns, especially if the Emperor of the Universe is looking for her. However, I can also assure you protection against him. The planets that we mainly visit do not consist of high-value life connected to that man. Now, the king does want to object, but Vados is basically giving him an entire list of things that he does not want to hear. Valid reasons. Now, with that, Mina actually does run up to Deku, immediately grab his hand and beg the god of destruction to allow her to come with them. Now, Midoriya does have a surprised look on his face, as he does stare at Mina for a second. The look on her face shows that she really does want this. Midoriya swiftly is turning his head, looking at Momo. Her face does show annoyance. Midoriya looking over to see the king, who is currently sweating. With the fact that Mina just threw this choice into Deku's hand, or hands, the king would not be able to deny his voice. Midoriya simply just taking a step backwards, saying that he'd be perfectly okay with it, but with her father. The king, he reluctantly says yes. After about 20 more minutes of discussion. Now, they do leave. As soon as they are back through the planet's atmosphere, Midoriya actually does look down at his hands. And he actually does charge Kaioken up in his arm. As soon as that red glow does form around it, Mina is immediately shocked. Midoriya quickly just letting go of the power. It seems like things return back to normal. So, you're Mina, right? Yes. Okay, well... All this stuff's been kind of strange. Now, with all that being said, Midoriya actually does have something come back to his mind. Earth. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Hey Vados, do you think that we could head to Earth? Earth? Exactly why would you want to head there? Well, think of it like a day off, kind of. You want to take a day off from your training. Well, yeah, kind of, but I also do want to see how my planet has been doing. His planet? Momo, going on a state? Yes, he was born on Earth. And apparently, that's the place he calls home. Now, after they do arrive on the lookout. With Kami, who was currently meditating. Surprised to feel this rapid power land directly in front of him. Him backing up, extremely frightened before seeing the power dissipate, or the generous field around it dissipate, and there you do have Midoriya. Now, as soon as he does see Midoriya, he does calm down a little bit, then seeing two people behind him. as you do have somebody who does look human, but you can tell is clearly Saiyan. And then there is the pink one, with horns and a tail. Kami asking a question as to who are those people? Hmm? They're with me, don't worry. But who are you? Hmm? Ah, I believe I should introduce myself. Him standing up and walking over, bringing up his hand to shake Midoriya's. My name is Kami. Kami? That's strange. So you're the Guardian of Earth, Midoriya says, reluctantly shaking his hand. Did you change since the last time I saw you? Ah. Now, Mr. Popo basically lays it all out plainly. The Earth was attacked after they left. Kami handled it. He absorbed a lot of Namekians who were evil. And then whenever he split into two, they dumped his ass in the ocean somewhere. Okay. Like, I guess that doesn't I guess that does explain the power boost? Ah, yes. My power level is now, I want to say, at a good 2 to 3 million. Oh. Good for you. Why? Well, my power level, it's at 1 billion. Call me shocked. Wow. I now know what it feels like to be Krillin. Who's Krillin? Anyway, guys. Now, after that is all said and done, Midoriya does actually take Mina and Momo over to Japan. As soon as Midoriya does land, many different people immediately begin to surround him. Them recognizing his face, along with being confused as to who these other two people are. Mina kinda surprised whenever people aren't mistaking her for an alien. They're quite simply asking her what her hero name is, or what her Earth Defense Force title is. Her not able to have one. Now, upon looking around a bit more, she does actually see strange people or creatures. Asking Midoriya more questions about that. Midoriya explained that this is what a quark is. His planet is strange and odd. Basically, every 80% of the population have quarks. Alright, now, Mina is actually quite shocked, realizing that she fits in apparently very well on this planet, as she does try and keep up with Momo and Midoriya. Now, eventually, after exploring the city and seeing many different strange things, along with her discovering what cotton candy was, chocolate was, and apparently some more Earthling cuisine, it was all quite intense. And Midoriya, he is actually a bit more confused about something. I wonder if it's still around. No. Midoriya actually does fly over to the old preschool he was at. As he actually does land, quite a few people come running up to him, mistaking him for a Earth Defense Force, well, hero, you could say. Now, Midoriya does walk inside and try and ask a few questions. Many different people shocked to see him. Now, these are the teachers who did actually teach the classes that he was in. And hearing that Izuku Midoriya just walked into the building is quite astonishing. Along with the fact that he does ask where his old address was and where a few of his old friends do live. Trying to explain that he's been training for a long time, and he does actually want to try and pay a lot of them a visit. Now, with that being said, Midoriya is told that They have all possibly actually gone to the Earth Training Academy. Confused. Hearing that it was formerly known as UA High School. No. Midoriya's actually a bit more intrigued, wanting to learn about that place, as he actually does fly over. Now, cut to the middle of class. Mr. Aizawa, he is currently trying to teach them, explaining to them the difference in augmentations. With his augmentations, he's able to keep his eyes a lot. He's able to keep his eyes open a whole lot longer. And, in fact, he's actually had them somewhat augmented and almost replaced completely. He still can't use his quirk, however, he can actually fire beams out of his eyes now. And then there's the fact that, with his arms, they've been reinforced and strengthened quite a lot. And then, as he does begin to bring up the idea of the Infinity Engine. As soon as he does bring up that idea, UA's alarm system is tripped. And Midoriya immediately pops into the room, with Momo and Mina both holding onto his shoulders. Midoriya just looking around. Oh, that's weird. I didn't expect to arrive in a classroom. Now, Aizawa immediately brings his hand up and does go to try and punch at Midoriya, who immediately just dodges the punch before grabbing his hand and turning around. Aizawa seeing his face, and immediately recognizing who this young boy is. As he does actually back away as Midoriya lets go of his hand. You, he says, backing up. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just looking for somebody. You're Izuku Midoriya, aren't you? The class behind him, actually, going in a bit of an uproar. Yeah. You see, it's kind of a long story as to where I've been, but I'll save you the details. I've just been trying to get stronger, and I've done so. But I did want to see if I could meet some of my old friends. In fact, I'm quite curious as to how they've been doing. Now, a few people do actually stand up and go to run towards Midoriya to see him. However, one person in particular does actually go towards Midoriya. Midoriya powering down so that he doesn't actually hurt anybody. However, as this person does actually get close, they sock Midoriya across the face. Everyone immediately turning to see who it was. Bakugo Katsuki. Now, as Bakugo, as he does see Midoriya, he just simply shouts that this bastard's been gone for a long ass time. Oh, hey Bakugo. Hey? That's all I get from you is a hey? Really? What more do you want? Show up one day, then disappear. That's it. It was quite annoying, dude. Dude? Wait, Bakugo knows this guy? Anyways. So, what have you guys been doing here then? Now, Aizawa is trying to explain that they are currently going through the Earth Academy training, and that some of them will be getting augmentations soon, while others will have their current augmentations studied and either improved or recalibrated. Augmentations? Okay, that's sort of strange. But, now, Midoriya does try talking to a few people, as All Might and Principal Nezu do burst into the room, seeing the young man. Now, All Might does want to talk with this young boy, since apparently he did save everyone from the Saiyan years ago, along with Principal Nezu. who wants to understand how he got onto UA campus and barely trigger the alarm. Now, with all that, Midoriya, he does go to talk with All Might, as everyone in class is asking Bakugo about that guy. That guy's nothing special. Besides, with his quirk, surprised he fought against that asshole years ago. But what's his quirk? It's the same as his dad's. He has quicker reaction time to attacks. That's it? Wait, so you're saying he fought against that guy with only that quirk? I don't know what he did. Besides, apparently he can also blast beams now or whatever. Oh, so he's augmented. I don't think so. Now, as that is all said and done, we will cut over to All Might, who is currently asking a bit more questions, wanting to know where Midoriya's mother and father are. He would like to ask her questions about the Dragon Balls. Now, Midoriya is quite surprised to hear All Might bring up those. Immediately going to hush All Might as Mina and Momo do ask the question, what's a Dragon Ball? Both looking at each other for a second. Both of them do not know. Now, with that, Midoriya does try and explain it. The Dragon Balls, they're nothing really special. All Might going on to say that the Dragon Balls actually are quite interesting. If anyone does have a wish they want granted, the Dragon Balls will actually grant it, as long as it is within the dragon's power. Now, Momo hearing that is quite shocked, as she actually does stare back at Midoriya, wanting to ask him a question as to why he's never brought up these magical wish-granting orbs in the first place. Meanwhile, you have Mina, who actually is curious on whether or not they are magic or not. Short answer, yes, they are. Now, with all that being said, Midoriya does talk with All Might for a little bit, before eventually going to leave. Now, as he does go to leave, somebody actually does stop him. Bakugo Katsuki. Midoriya asking Bakugo if he's going to punch him in the other side of the face. Bakugo telling him no. As he does actually step forwards a little bit and bring his finger up. You, however, you just vanished again. Where were you when those aliens invaded? What are you talking about? I don't know, those green ones. I wasn't here. But, Kami took care of it. The fuck is a Kami? Okay. I can explain it a bit more, but... And then where were you when the Saiyans arrived again? What? They came back? No. Well, yes, actually. Technically they did, and they didn't. Sometime around, I think 4 years ago, they came to Earth and started helping us rebuild. Especially after what that one bastard did to us. Hell. Killed my mother, killed my father, and left me there to rot. And do you know where I was the day you took down that bastard? Where? What are you talking about? The day you took down that bastard who killed my family, I was listening through a radio. I had to hear the battle for a planet I lived on, next to a fire, hungry, thirsty, and with nothing. Sure, everything's back to normal, but that doesn't excuse it. So I'll have you know, I will beat you one day. Why beat me? Because if I can beat you, then I can defend this place. Keep people safe. Well then, sounds like you might need a teacher. Hmm? Don't need one. Now, Bakugo actually does walk away. As Midoriya does say her name is Vado, so if he is wondering. Now, Midoriya then does fly back to the lookout. As I believe that is a good point to leave this off of. And I do hope you guys enjoyed.